Are you ready for the tea though? Am I gonna tell the story or should I tell it? I'm gonna fucking tell this. What is up guys? Welcome back to my next video. A lot of you have been asking all the same questions and I just thought now is the time to just answer them all, and yeah, let's have some fun. So one of the main questions is, how did I land up on Too Hot to Handle? So I totally 100% believe in manifestation. So the first time Too Hot to Handle season 1 came out, I remember it so clearly. I was sitting with my brother, with my family in lockdown, the first lockdown that ever happened. I don't watch reality shows at all. This was the first reality show I'd ever watched. So we're watching and I literally look at my brother and I'm like, I could be on the show, 100%. And I'm not even kidding, 2 months later, do I not get a message on Instagram from, not a friend, from this random person saying, hey, we're casting a new TV show. It's called Parties in Paradise. Basically, you're gonna be on a boat, going from island to island, just partying, hooking up, having fun. And I was like, hell yeah, like that is so me. That's what I'm gonna do. Answered his message. I was like, okay, cool. Send me the details. Zoom meeting after Zoom meeting, and the contracts came. Parties in Paradise, that was the name, guys. And yeah, that's basically how I got on. So I got scouted. So the process to get to Turks and Caicos, because of COVID, we had to have multiple COVID tests. Also the interview process was really intense. We did so many Zoom interviews, and yeah, they basically had to fly all my luggage from South Africa, because I'm living in Milan. They flew all my summer luggage from South Africa to Turks and Caicos, and they flew all of us there. We were on the same flight because of COVID. I think there weren't many flights, so they literally had us in masks, sunglasses, hats, and at one point in one of the last flights they actually made us put on blindfolds, which was so scary. So not knowing exactly like who is there, just basically trusting the casting agents completely. It was fucking scary. But yeah, it turned out so amazing in the end. They put us into quarantine. I was personally in quarantine because I was the bombshell, the grenade. I was put into quarantine. Holy shit, I sat in there for like 2.5 weeks. Full isolation, no cell phone, digital detox. It was actually like really, really intense. We were on the beach. I was on a villa like right on the beach, which was fine. They gave us whatever food we wanted, any order. I was like a bit of a queen, not a queen. I just asked for celery juice. Like, if anyone knows me, celery juice is like my thing every single morning for my skin. Like, I have to drink it. I quarantined for 2.5 weeks, and then they threw me into the show like without even knowing anything. After being in quarantine by yourself for like so long, you start like going a little bit crazy in your head. Then I get to set like the first day, all these cameras around me. They give me an iPad, and they're like, just all these pictures of the girls and the guys in the villa. They were like, oh, the bisexual ones, the girls here, and then the guys. So I'm seeing all these pictures. I'm like, oh my god, I get to choose one. Obviously, I was between Marvin and Cam, 100%. And yeah, I basically chose Cam, and literally it was that same day. Then they were like, okay, cool. They told everybody in the villa. Then they ushered me out to the beach. They sit me down on such a romantic setting, like right on the beach. And I was freaking nervous. Like, I was actually shaking. I've never had a blind date before in my life. So that's like the first thing. So he walks out and I'm just like, oh my god, okay, this is happening. And I look behind me, there's just all these cameras. Like, it's totally unreal. Sits down, we had the most amazing date. But guys, everything, there was so much happening on that date. Like, they hardly even played it. I think they spent most of the time just replaying my lip bite. Anyways, we're over that now. But yeah, the date was really cool. It was really natural, really fun. Kind of throughout the date, they were stopping him and talking to Cam, so I wasn't sure what was up. At this point, I still thought it was Parties in Paradise. They had shirts made, Parties in Paradise shirts. They had the contract that said Parties in Paradise. I had zero idea. Oh, and another story. When I was in quarantine, my chaperone, obviously she knows what show it is, so I kept asking her questions and questions and questions. She did not budge. And I even put on, we were allowed to watch Netflix, so I put on the show, the Too Hot to Handle season 1. She walks in, she's like, oh, what show is this? I haven't seen it. Completely threw me off. So I had no idea when I was sitting down the date with Cam, absolutely no idea. Another question, is the show scripted? 100% it is not scripted at all. So my first impressions on walking into the villa, guys, being the grenade is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Like, you have to be uber confident. You know, like everyone was watching our date already. I could feel all the girls like daggers in my back. Like it was crazy. So as soon as Cam and I finished the date, we walked up the stairs. That was me, all me. I grabbed his arm because I knew that everyone was going to be watching when they came in. I was like, oh, help me with my shoes, Cam. Like, shame. He had no idea. He helped me all the way up. We walked up together. The first thing I see, all the girls just sitting there in a circle. And I'm like, I'm a girl's girl, guys. So I just walked straight up to them. I think the first girl I hugged was Emily. I didn't even realize that was her, who was, obviously because Cam wasn't honest about who he was dating or that he was dating anyone. So I hugged everybody. Everybody was amazing. But the girls like leave straight after I say hi to them, and obviously the guys just come around and I chat to the guys. They were all amazing. I think Carly was kind of nice to me, but I don't know if she was nice to me because when you keep your friends close and your enemies closer, it was looking back now, it was definitely that situation. Kayla was super nice. Yeah, after the chat in the ocean with Emily and I, everything was completely fine. We became like super good friends after that. So I think that was the best thing I ever could have done. Another question is about the food. We never see you guys eating. There was a separate like cafeteria room where we all had breakfast, lunch and dinner. Guys, the food was insane. The best food I've ever had. The chef apparently was the same chef as Drake. Also one of my best memories, which I keep getting asked this question, is in the cafeteria room where one of the chaperones would bring his big speaker box and we were in there. They should have had the cameras. We were in there dancing on tables, on the chairs, just singing along to the songs because we don't get, another thing, we don't get music. There's no music throughout the entire stay because obviously we have microphones and it kind of messes up with the sound. Zero music except for in our break room. Who was I closest to in the villa? As soon as I got there, it was me and Kayla. She was with me like a lot. Emily and Larissa, fucking hell, you guys gave me the hardest time. It was really, really difficult, obviously, like because I was going for Cam. They were never mean to me, they were just not my friends. But towards the end, Emily was my bestie, Larissa was my bestie. Marvin and I got along like super well, and obviously Robert. Cam and I didn't really speak that much. I think we were just trying to like keep our distance, obviously. It's Nathan. I was close with Nathan. Oh, Tabs. As soon as Tabs came in, me and Tabs were super close. And Joey. So the funny story, so when Joey came in, it was myself and Robert in the bed, and every single morning I'd wake up, turn to my side, and Joey was literally right there with us. It was so funny. He was like, Mom and Dad. Hilarious. Was there any beef between anyone in the show? Guys, there was so much that happened that didn't get shown. People were obviously really angry about all the rule breaks. Like it got so heated, and Netflix doesn't really show like all the big crazy fights. Melinda definitely got very, very, very feisty with a few of us. There was even one moment where I cried and they didn't even show it. And guys, it takes a lot for me to cry. But anyways, whatever, like we got over it like really fast. Kayla was amazing. There was no beef between myself, Kayla, Larissa, and Emily at any time. Like we were honestly just there for each other. We had each other's backs, and I can't say much for the rest though. So when Rob and I got kicked off, we were so shocked. I didn't think it was me. He didn't think it was him. I maybe had a tiny little inkling, like a little feeling, but I kept looking at him and like, hey, maybe we going home. And he was like, absolutely not, no ways. So I felt fine. And then when Lana said Robert and Christina, and my heart just like sank. I was like, oh shit, that's my name. For me, I was going back to summer in Cape Town. Like I was 100% fine. I was like, okay, cool guys. I actually got up really fast. They didn't really show this. I got up really fast. I was like, okay, cool, bye. I remember hugging Chase like really like tightly, and he looked at me. He was like, no, too soon. And I was like, I know, too soon. It was really sad. I just remember Emily and Larissa like coming to my ankles, like literally hugging my legs, which meant a lot. I think I was mostly sad about leaving everybody in the villa and the food. Robert and I got to spend some time together, and then he came with me to Cape Town, and now we're together, so all good. After Rob and I got kicked off, you have to literally leave the villa immediately. Like there's no like, oh, wait till tomorrow, or well, we got to say goodbye, but that was about it. So I packed my things, and one of the craziest stories was that guys, are you ready for the tea though? Am I gonna tell the story or should I tell it? I don't know. I'm gonna fucking tell the story. Might leave some stuff out, but we got separated. On the night we got kicked out. So I thought in my head, I was like, cool, it's fine. I get to go home with Robert. We get to, have sex. But then when they told me, that we had to go to separate houses. It was because we're still signed under contract of Netflix or something like that. So that was the most devastating news. That's when I actually got really sad. As a natural rule breaker, in my head I was trying to think of how the F am I gonna see this guy. I ran back to the dressing room, grabbed a piece of paper. Who knows where I even found this piece of paper. I took someone's eyeliner and I wrote they took away our telephones, but I knew that they were gonna give our cell phones back to us. So I wrote my cell phone number on a piece of paper, came back outside without them seeing it, and I put it in his pocket and I said, when you get your phone, text me. And he was like, okay, cool, whatever. So we get to our separate villas and I get my phone, I switch it on, so excited, and I get a text from him, new number obviously, and he's like, you're the smartest woman I've ever met. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. We need to plan, we need to see each other, this is happening tonight. We had chaperones, obviously, they know nothing about what happened. Basically, I sent him my location and I was like, where are you? Show me your villa. Guys, this is a sign. It was the same villa I was in the quarantine. The exact same one. So I knew that place left, right and center. I knew how to dodge like the security on the outside and everything. So I tell him, go through the back of the house. There's a house being built. And then somehow get to me. And he got to me. I don't know how he got to me, but he came over, snuck up to my room, and we landed up spending the first night together. And yeah, it was the best night ever. Yeah, and then basically the next day after we got kicked off, we packed our bag. We went back to the retreat. We had to film some more stuff, like goodbyes and everything. That's when we took the flight together on the same flight, where we may or may not have also again joined the Mile High Club. And then that's when we actually decided, fuck it, he's gonna come with me to Cape Town. And that's what he did. So basically I'm on an all girls group with Tabitha, Kayla, Larissa and Emily. We're planning so many holidays. Melinda and I, we chat now and then. Carly, yeah, we don't really speak much. I did a live with her, but it was basically just about herself. So anyways, I chat to the boys, Marvin quite a bit, and Nathan and Cam. Everybody keeps asking this question, if there were any rules broken that weren't caught, and 100% I know there were, but secrets are with me, guys, and I'll never let them go. Fuck, marry, kill anyone in season 2. Fuck Emily, marry Robert, kill Carly. Who would have a threesome with? Easy. Or can we make it a foursome? Emily, Cam, Tabitha, obviously Rob, but so fivesome maybe. Okay guys, I think I answered most of your questions. If you have any more, obviously just comment down below and I'll get back to them. I will be doing a video on my aviation stuff. I have to tell you all like my whole long life story. So yeah guys, subscribe, like the videos and drop a comment if you want. Mwah.